Hi, folks. Welcome to Crisco's Corner. Unfiltered commentary. Not your truth, the real truth. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Welcome back from Fox News. Jen Psaki. She's the White House press secretary. White House expects eligible Afghans to safely evacuate despite Taliban warning. Oh, really? A Taliban representative said the group will no longer allow Afghans to leave the country. So, there you have it, folks. I'm not trying to be mean here. I'm really not. I just don't understand how you can get 5 different answers to the same question, kind of like COVID epidemic and vaccines and everything else. Why are you getting so many mixed messages? Just tell the effing truth. Just tell the truth. Period. I don't get it. I really don't. Let's read on. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said the Biden administration expects special immigrant visa applicants and other Afghans seeking to evacuate the country to safely reach Kabul's airport, despite the Taliban's warning would no longer allow Afghans to leave. On this one, I'm not sure if it's in the Taliban's best interest or not to let them leave. They'll just have to deal with them. The punishment will be harsh. There'll probably be executions. That takes up a lot of time, a lot of energy. I'm not belittling people's deaths here. I'm just putting myself in their shoes. It's hard to put yourself in the shoes of a monstrous Islamic extremist group, but is it in their best interest just to let them go? Will that cause bad blood that will ripple across the Afghan people? I don't know. It's just not in their best interest to keep them there, unless they're using them to be publicly executed, force people to watch executions. Word gets around they're executing people that cooperated with the American military or Americans, period. And so in the future, it will never happen again. I'm not sure. In the news conference on Tuesday, Psaki said U.S. officials have been in direct contact with SIV applicants about how and when to reach the airport. Probably getting to the airport isn't the problem. Once you're there, how the hell do you get in? I mean, they control the country. It would be like saying, I live in upstate New York, way upstate, way away from New York City, but say you were in New York City, everybody can go to JFK Airport. Okay. You drive the JFK Airport and you can't get in. Well, what good is it? You control the airport, but you can't get in. When asked if the Taliban declaration meant the applicants attempting to flee were effectively cut off from evacuation efforts, Psaki told reporters, that's not how you should read it. And that's the thing with these people. Adding it, the White House conveyed to the Taliban that evacuation to be able to get out should be. You demand it. You're the most powerful military in the world. Jesus. It's not how you should read it. And that's the problem with these progressive leftists. Their perception is what the reality is. How you word things, how you perceive things is the reality. You can be a woman if you're a biological man. Just say you are. That's not how you should read it. It's just the way it is with these people. If your 5-year-old boy wants to be a girl, okay, and that's the way you read it. No, it doesn't work that way. They have no sense of reality. Our expectation, and what we'll continue to convey directly through a range of channels we have, is that the individuals, the special immigrant visa, that's what the SIV is, applicants, those who are eligible, those who are facilitating their departure will be able to reach the airport. Yeah, they can reach the airport. You just can't get in. Duh. An administration official confirmed early Tuesday that President Biden had decided against extending evacuation operations and plan U.S. troops withdrawal beyond his original August 31st deadline. However, in a statement before a briefing, Psaki said Biden asked the Pentagon and the State Department for contingency plans to adjust the timeline should that be necessary. All right, you put a contingency plan in. That's not so unusual. But here's the thing. You're going to need several days to move out all the equipment, well, the ones that you didn't leave behind for the Taliban, all the equipment, the planes, the military, everybody. Everybody belonging to the military, whether they're combat or not. I'm sure there's a lot of non-combat military people in Afghanistan as part of the infrastructure. It's going to take several days to get them out. So when do you stop? When do you stop taking people out, whether they be American citizens and or Afghans that want to leave that help the Americans? I don't know. I know this sounds really cruel to say, but it's just the reality of the situation that was created by Biden, I might add, that Americans take priority. Sorry, you're not the president of the UN General Assembly. You're the president of the United States. Act like it. Psaki noted the evacuation effort was on pace to finish by August 31st, but she added that the completion of the U.S. mission was contingent on cooperation from Taliban. Well, yeah, they can make things a lot harder for you, to be sure. Taliban spokesman, can't pronounce his name, said the group will accept no extensions, a declaration that followed a meeting between CIA director and Taliban leader in Kabul. The Taliban representative also said the group would no longer allow Afghans to leave the country. Are they speaking in one voice? Is the Taliban representative speaking for the head of the Taliban currently? Not sure. We have to assume that he is. We are not in favor of allowing Afghans to leave, the spokesman said. Not in favor. Does that mean zero? Does that mean some? I'm not sure. That means we'll let the people out that we want and keep what they consider the worst offenders there. I don't know what any of that means. Biden's initial decision not to extend the deadline prompted bipartisan criticism from lawmakers who expressed concern that American citizens and at-risk Afghan allies would be left behind. Thousands of Afghans have sought special immigration visas amid fears that the Taliban would seek retribution against those who aided U.S. forces over the last 2 decades. My God. They knew the Americans were withdrawing. They should have applied for these things a long time ago. I'm sorry. It's true. The White House has pushed back in criticism of the handling of Afghanistan withdrawal during a heated exchange with Peter Doocy from Fox. Psaki said it was irresponsible, just Americans were stranded, as Peter Doocy indicated. I'm just calling you out for saying we are stranding Americans in Afghanistan, that we have made it very clear that we're not leaving Americans who want to return home. We're going to bring them home, and I think it's important for the American public to hear and understand. Approximately 58,700 people have been evacuated. Approximately 63,900 have been evacuated since the end of July, according to the numbers from the White House. Well, do you believe it? I don't know. Biden is slated to address the situation of Afghan remarks later Tuesday afternoon, which is around right now when I'm recording this. Now, what are we going to make of this cluster? I don't know. I don't know. What a freaking mess. Sorry to swear there. I'll beep it out. I talked to a few friends of mine. I live in upstate New York. We talk politics and world affairs all the time from the American perspective, of course. And they all say the same thing almost to the word. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to say. It is so ridiculous. And I don't mean to keep pounding on the Biden voters. I don't mean, you progressives and leftists, I could give a crap what you think. It's the normal, everyday, decent people that voted for Biden because they thought it would bring the chaos and the fighting down. No, I mean, I know you made a mistake, and I know you made a mistake. And, of course, you can't admit it. When you see the polls, the approval rating, Biden's at 49, 50, 48. We'll say 50, just to round it up. They don't approve of Biden because if they disapproved of Biden psychologically, I think, they would have to admit they made a mistake when they voted. And nobody wants to admit they made a mistake. There's some hardcore Democrats out there that aren't whack jobs. They're not. I was a Democrat my whole life until 2013. I'm 64 years old, now Republican. I saw what was coming a while back, even in 2006, when I was city council president here in upstate New York. But I didn't leave. I wanted to, but I was talked out of it. So I didn't think they would be this bad. And those of you that voted for Biden out there, there were Democrats, normal Democrats. I know you feel bad, but you are partially responsible. Remember, your vote is a powerful thing. You say, well, I'm just one vote, John. I mean, yeah, so is the guy down the street, and so is the guy across the street, and so is the guy across town. So everybody's guilty and nobody's to blame? No, sorry. You have to look in the mirror. I know it's tough to admit you made a huge mistake. Huge mistake. You may not have liked either choice. But those of you in particular I'm talking to now that didn't vote for Biden, they voted against Trump. They didn't like Biden at all. They didn't like any of the Democrats. But they voted for Biden when they were really voting against Trump. Think about what you've done. And I'm not putting it down and make you feel bad or anger you or anything. You effed up. Please, please, please. Try not to do it again. Learn from your mistakes. You're all adults. And you're normal, everyday people that love this country and want it to succeed. You made a mistake. Please, don't make the same mistake again when you go to vote, whether it be local level, state, or national. And until the next time, goodbye and good luck.